Hello YouTube, and it's General Advance here with another Napoleon Total War game. Welcome back to Napoleon Total War. And I've got a great one here for you, a big 4v4 match on the Prussian Hills map. You can see a big hill with the middle of Prussia in there. And I'll just go through our alliance. It consists of me, far right wing, a random called Conde, playing as France, and then we've got Denmark, Prussia, and they're from some clan, I guess they're French. And then opposing us is a very typical army you might see. It's Britain and Portugal have teamed up to try and oppose this French and random allies. I don't know why the Prussians are in there with the French, but you know, they bought them off. But yeah, traditionally the British and Portuguese fought together side by side all the way through the war, and that's actually why this Portuguese infantry is quite good. In this first one, I'm going to do half the battle again. I'm going to do this French-British side of the battle, the French units, and I'll go through my units here. Over here, I've got 2 units of Chasseurs Cheval, backed up by a 7th Regiment of Chevalier Lanciers, and I'm not sure if that's the right skin for them. That's very strange. I thought that was the Polish skin. I don't know, it looks like Polish infantry. I'm very confused by that. And another Chevalier Lancer. Making up my main line, I have 4 units of Voltigeurs. Currently they're just being kind of mixed in some of my units, but there they are in close. The skirmishers. And then I have 4 units of Swiss foot. They are in close up. Quite like their uniforms too. A guard seaman, here they are. These are pretty good units. They're like normal guard units for everybody else, which is good. That's why I decided to take them rather than the young guard, because I wanted some sort of inspiration unit, because that's what most guard units they're really good use for. That's why I say always include some sort of inspiration unit in your army. It just increases the morale in the general area, and I believe the guard seamen do that. And then further over I have 2 more Fusiliers of the line. It's just my basic 710 infantry, particularly good. I also have a Grenadiers of the line. It's very unusual to see me bringing these. I don't recommend Grenadiers, except in possibly this map, or as the Defenders of Waterloo, or any other sort of map where you can use a hill as a defensive position. My general is Marshal Soult. And I have a unit of the Empress Dragoons. These look really nice. These are like the normal Dragoons, but they get a little bit more stuff on them. Honestly, they should just abandon the rifle or fire it. The Chasseurs Cheval do fire it like a mounted. Kind of annoying that the Dragoon units can't do that, but it'd be nice to see them use like pistols or something. But then pretty much all the cavalry units will be able to do that, because loads of cavalry have pistols and stuff. And then I have a unit of Cuirassiers. These are the fairly famous French Cuirassiers. My French ally, has 1 unit of Fusiliers in line with a chevron. It's got an old guard over here. Old guard over here. Really scary unit. You see these on the photos. They genuinely scare you on units. They inspire. If you see them in the enemy army, they'll inspire the enemy units. They'll scare your units, and they'll cut them to pieces in a shootout. Basically, the best thing to do with these is to skirmish them to death, hit them with a cav charge if you can, as long as they're not in square, or just, my favourite thing to do, I'll show you in another game actually, probably the next one I cast after this even, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4 units of non-chevron Fusiliers. It's quite a thin sort of standard infantry corps. He's then got general staff of 1 chevron. He also has 4 units of militia. Again, why with the militia? Why not just use the National Guard? They only cost him a bit more. It's like hardly anything more than historically realistic, whereas this militia unit is not. Well, I guess. And then he's got 1 unit of Guard Chasseurs Cheval. These are an incredible unit. Sadly they're going to get wasted in this battle. 1 unit of Cuirassiers, again, fairly famous, and then a Chasseurs Cheval. And then over here, he has 4 units of chasseurs, no, 5 units of chasseurs, with 2 chevrons each, and these actually inspire me to come up with my own version of this, but instead of using chasseurs I end up using Prussian Fusiliers, which I'll again be in a cast I show you after this one. These chasseurs will be incredibly effective in these, you see these short blocks. Light infantry can actually fire by rank, they just fire, all of them can fire in front of them without hitting their own men, so kind of like Empire style. But because they're in this thin block, if a unit comes up, they're very, very manoeuvrable, so they can get on the flanks of enemy units very easily, and that's actually what these are going to be used for. Plus, light infantry in general are just very shooty. The only problem is they're very vulnerable. These 90-man chasseurs units will die in a melee with pretty much anything. But yeah, so we'll go over the British armies over here. Some incredibly shooty armies. We'll go through this one first, on the hillside. He's got a generic general staff, 1 chevron. He's got a dragoon guards on each flank. Let's go close up there. Dragoon guards, kind of midway sort of. Dragoon's quite an unusual unit, I think. Units that were previously dragoons. Dragoons kind of looked down on by the British cavalry, who were always kind of very elitist, but then all cavalry was quite elitist then. They were kind of rose to dragoon guards, and they were still kind of looked down on because they're guards units, so great, but they're dragoons. And then his main infantry line consists of 3 units of Highlanders, 2 units of foot, and 1 42nd for the Black Watch. Black Watch? I love it when you do that, when you click on them. They have a really funny way of saying Black Watch. Black Watch. And they don't sound British. They don't sound Scots at all. I don't know what, they sound really weird. And he has 4 units of the rifles, which is that's quite a shooty component in its own. The rifles are pretty much the best skirmishers in the game. I'm not actually sure who wins in general in a fight between the Sunnies and Schutzes and the rifles, but they're pretty damn close. And then he also has 4 units of Lightfoot. Like I said before, he can use Lightfoot. The first 2 of them should always be King's German Legion Lightfoot, but hey, he's decided not to use them, he's decided to use standard Lightfoot, because these guys are slightly better in melee, but slightly worse at shooting, given that you don't want to get any sort of light infantry unit into melee ever anyway. Why he's gone for just all of them Lightfoot, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have the King's German Legion units. But then I thought the Black Watch came in the same DMC, I don't know. Anyway, so that's an incredibly shooty army, but not particularly good on this map. On this map, to be honest, you shouldn't be going for a shooty army, because you really want to try and secure the hill. The second British player, the one opposite from me, is going also for a Lightfoot heavy build. I believe he has 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. Didn't seem like that. These Lightfoots get the hell out of me in this battle. Then he has Sir John Moore as his general. And you can't really tell who Sir John Moore is. I believe it's this one thing on his head. That's Sir John Moore there. It's a funny looking face. And he has a unit of 15 Hussars and a King's German Legion Light Dragoons, who are his only cavalry, and they're pretty bad. He has an 88-foot Connaught Rangers and a Black Watch. Again, Black Watch. Everyone loves Black Watch. They're a very good unit. In his reserve, his main infantry line consists of 1 unit of Foot Guards, 2 units of King's German Legion Foot, Highland Foot, 1 Coldstream Guards, and then 2 foot units here. Honestly, if you're going to be using a reserve, why isn't Connaught Rangers here and the Coldstreams in the back? I don't know. The Coldstreams should really be in the back because they're the most useful as a reserve. You want to keep them in as much health as possible and deliver them right at the end of the battle and make a decisive move. But anyway, I'm going to stop the recording now and carry on until the units get a bit closer to each other. Alright, I'm back recording now. Continue to play on because the middle French player, Condé, I think his name was, is going to go for earlier action with his cavalry. What you can see here is that he doesn't have enough line to cover all the the area that he's trying to cover. He's trying to cover an area all the way from this forest to this forest with only about 5 line units. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be gaps in his line. Conde's going to see that and he's going to charge in. First he's charging his guard chasseur cheval. Frankly, it's a bit of a waste of this unit, you would think, but they end up doing quite a lot of damage. They're going to hit this light foot unit while it's not in position. They do lose a load of men quite early, quite quickly, but they're going to carry on through. They killed almost 20 of these guys. They can carry on through. It's a new rifle unit that's also not prepared. It's not defended by any other infantry. The closest thing is the 42nd Foot Black Watch, but it's not really in a position to whirl around and kind of attack them. Over here, his Fusiliers are flying. His militia are forming up on this ridge, along with his chasseurs behind them. And now the cavalry is going to see an opening here. As you can see, he's done what a lot of players do. He's left his general staff as far behind their lines as possible, in the hope that nothing will break through your front line, and therefore, you know, no stray bullets can hit him, so he'll just be safe. But he's not had enough infantry to do this, so Sir John was going to die in this battle. I believe he is either this horse or this horse. There he is, here it goes there, it was that horseman. Obviously he's going to be shut down by 2 units of Dragoon Guards who've been left in reserve, but they're far too far away from them to do anything. The other British player sends over his cavalry to help as well, there's not really any use. Again, the second chasseur cheval unit charges through, it hits the light foot, does a load more damage, it's almost at half strength now. Carries on through a second light foot, which has lost a good third of its men, and the rifles, which has lost 15 of its men, given that there's only 60 men in the unit. It's a bit fucked up. You can see I'm deploying in this kind of defensive position here, because what I want to do is I'm going to end up putting my voltigeurs here, and I'm just going to go further out in the middle of the field for no reason. It's not that there's no reason. The reason is if this British player does attack me, which he probably should, given he has a skirmisher advantage, I want to be in the forest, or on high ground, because I want to take as few casualties as possible. Over here, now these militia units again into position. He should probably charge, this unit should probably just charge in right now, because you can see there's a light right in front of it. Sadly he's going to wait until they've reformed and then just fire like crazy. There's a little bit of a micro error here, letting your units fire when they have nothing to fire at. This is purely down to the kind of a little bug where it just means the range kind of goes through mountains and stuff. I've also sent a unit of Swiss foot and my grenadier of the line up here, because originally I had a feeling I was going to be up the top here. That's why I brought the grenadier of the line, but the reason is because the grenadier of the line, if it has the right position, it can do an extreme amount of damage. I'm not going to actually get that right amount of position, but I'm going to notice a unit in the open and attack it with it. So the British player is seeing that he can't fight in a close quarters environment with all these militia and the units that will back them up as the cavalry. He can't fight in this close quarters condition. What he needs to do is back up. The problem is that his retreat is disorderly as hell. I mean, look at this unit. He's not managed to get all of his units back. One of his units actually gets stuck here and is ended up going to just get torn apart. He's not going to get shot very much, but he's so far away that he could have just charged in, which I believe he does do so in a second. Again, I've just formed up into a defensive position. I'm trying to keep my light wine. I'm not saying it that right. My line wide, that's the right one. That is a genuine mistake, by the way, that's not me bullshitting. That's a genuine mistake. So I've got 2 voltigeurs in the forest here. And just generally trying to either entice him to attack those, so I can attack him with my cavalry, which is far superior, just anything else really. He's going to send his hussars, his King 15th Hussars and his King's German Legion in. He's going to see that these militia are far too far away from any other units that might be able to help them, apart from this Fusilier of the line, and militia units cannot form into squares because they're just too disorderly. Again, he's still not got himself into a proper defensive position here. Really, he should be placing his light foot in front maybe, and then his rifles just behind them, and then his infantry body kind of a little bit further, close enough though to provide support in case cavalry comes around. But he should be just getting into a position where he can shoot the crap out of these units, and where he is in a position to over here where he does have units actually facing the enemy firing. He's already got a militia unit down over 40 men, and losing fast is probably going to rout on contact with the enemy. Over here the cavalry is charged in again, this light foot unit is still stuck over here. The cavalry charged in, but then you're going to take a load of fire from this fusilier line up here. Obviously, the militia unit wants to turn to face them and basically just get pulled down and shot up. They are going to get away, but they're going to be seriously depleted, and he's only going to harm militia units. He's not even killed them off. I mean, if he killed them off, then maybe it would have been worth charging in. But given that these units of cavalry were almost double the cost of a militia unit, it really wasn't worth it, really, to be honest. When you use cavalry, you have to have a target that you're specifically going for. And now he's going for a surrounding action. He's still not brought his chasseurs in. You see, the use of chasseurs in this type of battle, the use of skirmishers in this type of battle, shouldn't be your front line. They should be your reserve. They should be the light infantry, and they should be there to just shoot the enemy with as much firepower as possible. This is going to send the old guard and the cuirassiers over just to help with the fight over here, because it's not going particularly well for the Danish, but I won't go over that. And as you can see, he's still trying to reorganise his line when in reality he's probably about to get hit. Over here I've sent my Swiss foot to try and flank around, but there is a light foot in the forest. Connaught Rangers are over here. There's also a rifle, 2 units of rifles. See, that's just how many rifles. He's got 2 units of rifles and a Swiss foot. Really a bit of a waste. And now I'm advancing my grenadiers as the lineup. There's a little bit of a gap in the edge here. He's going to see these, he's going to retreat his foot unit. Probably not a sensible idea. Sadly, he's going to attack on them. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Click on attack order. Only click an attack order at very close range if you're charging. But if you're throwing grenades, I wasn't trying to throw grenades, I was just trying to shoot. What this means is sadly I'm going to get a lot of guys wasted here. They're going to start getting shot up. I'm going to lose a good 20 men in this. I'm going to get my volley off because it's decided, hey, I've already got myself into the position I may as well fire my volley. And then I'm going to run into the woods. Once I'm in the woods, I'm going to realise the good position I'm in, because there is a rifle that's totally unsupported. If he turns his infantry units to try and attack me, grenadiers, I'll just move up my Swiss foot that's a bit further back. He's probably a little bit too far away to help, but it'll probably scare him off. And over here, as you can see, it's just a mass attack. The Dragoon Guards are charging, trying to attack a unit that's already routed. Really quite foolish. They're going to charge all the way up the hill, or this way up the hill, only for this fusible line to just blast it. And they really are losing those units here. This is the thing about Napoleon. No matter how good your unit is, it can be killed by musket fire. Over here, he's seen a gap, and now he's charged up all 5 of these chasseurs in his block formation. Like I said, this is the most manoeuvrable formation. He's also charged the cuirassiers through. They managed to get through. I believe my cuirassiers are going to arrive soon as well. If they already haven't, I'm just setting off now. Again, I'm still not attacking my opponent because the front assault one just moves. I need to push him to an more open ground, really hilly ground like this. Yes, these units are taking mass casualties from some of these others. These French units are taking some pretty bad casualties, but they're uphill. And he's now got this massive flank going as well. He's got old guard in support if he needs them. And they're just going to start hammering these Highland foot units over here and just routing them really quickly. My grenadiers is going to, like I said, it's going to deal with this rifles unit. It's not a particularly great use of the grenadiers, but grenadiers cost 850 gold, these rifles cost 880. Routing it is a perfectly good use, given that I've already done some damage to a foot. And then going to use them to do some damage to some not inconsiderable damage to these common ranges. Means that, you know, for once, grenadiers are actually worth it. A lot of people don't see them as worth it. But using them in the right way, grenadiers are very, very worth it. It's just all about getting them into the right position. They're more so than any other units, their position. And these cuirassiers can, now that they've broken through the line, they can start hitting these rifle units that are stuck back here. You're going to hit that light foot if you probably shouldn't venture that close with Highlanders. He's actually got quite a good charge position here because these Highlanders are too low down to hit them. Plus, having these Highlanders form into square here as a defensive position means that these Fusiliers of the line will now be able to beat the Highlanders despite the fact that they're close. Because they can't use all of their firepower, and they're easier to hit as well. They're in this big block formation. I've also charged my cuirassiers in. I saw the opportunity to, like I said, I want this battle to go well as much as possible because it frees me up to flank the enemy and to get them in a more open position. Because, like I said, I'm very cav heavy, as I always do. And over here you can see I've got my grenadiers of the line into position, and I've started just hurling grenades into the Connaught Rangers. Sadly, a couple of those grenade throws aren't going to do much damage at all. Giving the 30 men on fire, basically rapid fire, very close range. That's basically what the grenade ability does. It allows you to fire rapid fire at very close range. And they're not going to do much more damage to these Connaught Rangers, but given these Connaught Rangers, you can see sometimes the grenades really are crap. I'm not sure if they're that. Yeah, they've got one more throw in them, and I think after that they're just about to rout. See how much damage they do. So they hardly do any damage, but they're firing very fast. As I said before, the chasseurs are just rolling up on the flank. Two of the Highland foot units are already dead. No, one of the Highland foot units has died. There's only a foot Highland foot left. Foot just breaks then. This Highland foot Uno over here, again, it's too much of fear of cavalry. I think it's this, I'm not sure if it's my cavalry or his cavalry that's doing that. Yeah, my cavalry, what I did is decided, given that they've been hit so much, I started running down some units, because the fight on the other side is actually going quite badly. We do eventually win. So I thought, hey, I may as well change the balance in power so that the balance bar here by wiping out these units. It stops them from coming back from routing. It also gives my units veterancy, which is always nice. It's nice to get 2 chevrons on my unit for free. Well, I suppose I paid it the cost of men, but whatever, that was always going to happen anyway, so... And as you can see, the last of these British units are finally routing. Now it's at this point that I've decided to bring my Swiss foot around. I'm going to try and attempt this flank attack. Trying to break the Connaught Rangers, the light foot, the foot over here. Is there another light foot in the forest? I don't know if there is at the moment. Maybe there is. I think there is, yeah, because there's only... Now, seeing that he's bringing so many units off, because he has to defend his flank, because you can see this French army has just completely broken through. He's going to bring units off his flank. And what this means is I'll now have a skirmisher advantage, finally. If only a light one, because voltigeurs are not good. They're 60-man skirmishers with 100 range, which is very unusual, and they're armed with muskets. So like I said, voltigeurs are bad. They're almost as bad as Russian Jaegers. They're not quite as bad. They do still have the accuracy. Over here he's going to send some Fusiliers, and the surviving militia unit, we're surprised that they survived this long, into pretty close range with this foot unit, and they've managed to get themselves into a very, very awkward position there. Don't quite understand that one. I never noticed that in the game, or in the other times I've done this before. Maybe that's a bit of corruption there or something, but so these men are facing the wrong way. that's pretty foolish. But my Swiss foot is actually worse than this foot unit. But purely by doing the fact that all these other units around here is actually going to win. I actually charged my cuirassiers accidentally into this this kind of ranger. So I saw his light foot were there, didn't realise that he was going to start pulling back. I normally do. I should always do that. He's actually going to reorganise his combat rangers, but against him he's got 2 units of Fusiliers in the line in the forest. I'm going to see his light foot that have come over to help. What I do is I put myself in this position, because if you look very low down, there's a slight hill. It means that the light foot can't shoot me. The normal foot can, but they're now going to get hit in the side from Fusilier and more Fusilier fire. Sadly the militia routed. Surprise. And because they're so isolated, they're going to lose. I've got myself into a skirmish battle over here, and he's realised what's happened now, obviously, that I've managed to gain myself a skirmisher advantage, an infantry advantage, and a cavalry advantage. So he's going to bring more units up now. I don't want to lose this skirmisher battle. If I win this skirmisher battle, I have definitely won the game, pretty much. Over here, I will just slaughter him. So seeing that, I'm going to charge my Chevalier Lancers in. I'm going to go straight through. I'm going to carry on. See his Coldstream Guards. Okay. What's up, dude? How do you like a lance to the face? Carry on into his foot units, doing a bit of damage to them. Don't do any damage to his Coldstream, it's just surprising. So he's ran his light foot back. So at the cost of my Lancers, I'm now going to be able to hit his light foot even more. I have advanced up a little bit too far here, but this is disorganised his line. You can see this unit will be hitting the back of the Highland foot, and the Highland foot will be hitting the back of the foot. So there's nothing wrong with that. And then the King's German Legion foot, if they started firing now, they'd be hitting the back of the foot gun. So I've totally disorganised his line. I've managed to get cavalry on his right, around him. I'm now advancing my guard seamen up. Over here, I've defeated the foot unit that was opposing me. This we've routed. These Fusiliers in the line are going to actually, surprisingly enough, beat the Connaught Rangers. And they would beat this Highland foot, but it's turned the wrong way around. It's stupid. I see his light foot, and he's now open to attack. So I'm just going to charge them, because infantry always beat light infantry in melee combat. Because of the presence of my cavalry, he's now had to put one of his Coldstream Guards into square, and this is why I say use your Coldstream Guards as a secondary line or reserve or a flank attack or something. Don't put them in the middle, because they'll get turned into square and shot up. My Guard Seamen and my Swiss foot will do a great job of that. Over here I had a little bit of a cavalry micro problem. As usual, there's always going to be one micro problem. I meant to move them over here, because what I wanted to do was sit outside of these squares and just kind of shoot them. It's a great thing to do with units. That's one of the generals far away being killed over there. Again, I've charged my second unit, my cavalry, not my second unit, of Lancer cavalry through these light foot. Chevalier Lancers finally got out, and he's going to go after some more light foot. It's actually getting dealt with by these Highland foots who, though they were turned the wrong way, which is an accident, are actually going to get lucky out of it. And we're going to get killed by cavalry, I thought, but okay, they just rout. My Empress Dragoons are going to go out now, and I'm going to carry on going to the light foot. Sadly, I'm going to end up hitting a 42nd foot, the Black Watch. He's going to hide Sir John Moore in the Black Watch, which is a little bit of a stupid thing to do. Like I said, my cavalry ended up getting beaten because I didn't notice that I was charging them into a, because there was a gap here, and I moved his King's German Legion foot into the way of it. So I lose that cavalry, but by this time, loads of his units have just gotten shot up at very, very close range by superior numbers. And in some cases, like the Guard Seamen, I had managed to get the drop on his units while they were falling square. So that's pretty much the end of the battle here. You can see my Empress Dragoons, just I used them to run down some units. The same goes for my Chevalier Lancer, and here, yeah, I charged into a unit of foot because he couldn't form a square because I had less than 45 men, but I had so few men in the Lancer unit that they ended up routing. Connaught Rangers are desperately trying to flee back to their own area to try and help stop this massed French attack on their allies, but they're going to end up getting shot by Fusiliers at the line. Sad for them, I know. Again, I'm just running amok with my cavalry now, just killing enemy units all over the place. Poor enemy units. Not entirely sure where my infantry dragoons have disappeared to, but there's my Lancers. I believe I charged them into the square. I got them killed. Like I said, he put Sir John Moore, this reduced unit of Sir John Moores, inside the square so as to protect it from cavalry. But that just means it's going to get shot. Over here, I've organised my flanking force, 2 Swiss foot and the Guard Seamen. We've only taken 1 casualty so far, which is very, very good. Rangers going to get attacked in the back by Lancers and attacked on the side by Fusiliers. But yeah, over here, he's lost, basically. He's got this 1 unit of Black Watch, but they're stuck in a square. I guess at this point he just realised he lost, even if they weren't in a square, he couldn't beat this. He simply couldn't. It's impossible. And he's going to take them out of the square and charge it. Just try one blasted charge for an honourable death, and I'm going to take the piss. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this Swiss foot, run away, just run in the opposite direction. They're not going to be able to catch me. So then I'm going to turn my Guard Seamen. I'm still going to let my Voltigeurs, the remaining ones, shoot them, and then my Guard Seamen are going to take one last victory shot. And this turns out to be the end of the game. So we'll go through the, the big problem there. Big problem is they went for shooty British armies when they should have gone for big Highlander armies. This map is not good for very shooty armies. It just doesn't work for it because unless you're on the very, very flanks, it was all down to basically just loss of the centre, the complete loss of the centre. I deployed 1,458. I lost 681. I didn't use very many men because I waited until the most opportune moment for me to attack. If I'd attacked earlier, I'd probably still have won because it seems like I was a better player. But I decided to take the option because I didn't know how good the person I was against was. I decided to take the option to wait, and what this meant was I was then able to attack at the most opportune moment for me, which was a position where I could outflank and get the enormous number of Lightfoot opposing me, get some of them out of there so I had a skirmisher advantage, which gave me the opportunity to use my cavalry. I killed 1,290, and that I think reflects mostly the position I was in when I attacked, and the way I was able to disorganise him with the Lancer charges, just keeping on taking his units out of the fight. Conde, whatever his name is, he deployed 1,803, he lost 1,027. This is not saying he's a bad player, this is purely down to the fact that he got himself into, he was the assault basically. He was the one that decided to take the hill and attack a enemy who tried to get into defensive position. This does also reflect in his kills, and it's a lot more kills, a huge number of kills, 1,635. It's a very, very large number of kills. It's basically this whole army just totally wiped out, because he also starts using his units to obviously help me and one of his other allies. I think he helps get away. I'll go through that in the next battle though. BCF the Duelist and General Ross of Glentinto. This is purely the fact that you picked very, very shooty armies. Well, the guy on the flank probably should have a shooty army because it's essentially a thin version of Grassy Flatlands, which is perfect for a shooty British army. A good number of skirmishers, a low number of cav, and a good number of infantry. The problem is that the guy in the middle had a way too shooty army, way too vulnerable to disruption, way too vulnerable, trying to go up a slope against superior melee units. Well, not particularly superior melee units, but just more melee units and units that could be thrown away. I mean, look, he's got 1,803, yours is 1,488, and that's why they both take such severe losses, and they kill very few. That's basically the end of the game. Thanks for watching. I'll go through, you can see my most effective units were actually units, this unit started running people down, and it turns out to be some of my voltigeurs, my guard seamen, because they were flanking so well, and they got so many kills on that unit of Coldstreams that was in square. So thanks for watching. I'll be doing the cast for the other half of this little bit. I'll be going up just after this.